Doing it again. Hi everybody, it's Dina from Fitness Incentive. I think I'm live now, so hopefully you guys are out there, you're able to hear me and see me. I'm going to take off my reading glasses for now. So we're here today. I'm going to be doing a Pilates mat class with you all, and I'm going to start in just a moment. Just want to make sure that everybody's aware of the rules or the guidelines, if you will. So bottom line is everybody listen to your body first, me second. Suggested breathing is in through the nose and out through the mouth. So I'm going to take some nice deep breaths throughout the class. Something doesn't feel right, you're going to stop, you're going to take a break. As always, listen to your body. I'm going to be here cueing you through the whole entire thing. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to come to lie down, or we're going to sit first, okay? So here we go. Join me when you're ready. Another thing is I'm just looking to see if I'm getting any messages up there. I think we're on. Thank you so much. Gotcha. Okay, so if you have a set of light weights, feel free to grab them, use them at any point. You don't have to. Anytime we're doing stuff with the arms, you can always add a little set of light weights or anything you have at home to add resistance. Not necessary, but an option. Also, if at any point you need something underneath your neck to align your, underneath your head to align your neck, you can grab a pillow or blanket or folded up towel, anything like that. Okay, so let's get started. Thanks for joining me, whether you're watching live or you're gonna watch it later on. Okay, so here we go. I'm gonna come to sit. And grab a hold of your legs as you place your feet hip width apart, legs parallel to each other. Draw your shoulders down your back ribs and lift your spine nice and tall. I see some comments. Give me 1 second. I just want to make sure that it's is working. Hi Sha. Hi Andrea. Okay, great. Thanks. Hi Dina. It's like I'm talking to myself. That's Dina. All right, perfect. Thanks everyone. Okay, back to getting started. Thanks for chiming in there. Alrighty. So we have our feet about hip width apart. And we're going to grab a hold of our legs to lift our spine tall. Draw your shoulders down your back ribs. And use your hands and your arms to lift your rib cage up. I want you to lift from the base of your spine and the base of your ribs. Draw your shoulders down your back ribs. And take some nice deep breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth. Exhale. Feel that spine lengthening. Feel the energy reaching through the tips of your ears and the crown of your head. Wiggle your toes, lift them, wiggle them, and put them back down. Deep breaths. Just roll back and hang back on your legs. Tuck your chin toward your chest and let your body be heavy. Shrug your shoulders up toward your ears and then release them down. Deep breaths, pull yourself back up. Sitting tall, still, walk your feet till they're touching. Let your knees come open. And let your knees kind of go into the crook of your elbows. So kind of be like this as you grab one wrist with the opposite hand. Doesn't matter which one. And then just hang back, hang your head down between your legs. And just rock side to side. And hang back and rock forward and back a few times. Deep breathing all the time in through the nose and out through the mouth. Lift your spine up tall. Reset your feet and legs till they're hip width apart and grab a hold once again onto your shins. Draw your shoulders down your back ribs and lift tall. Find your breath. Feel your back muscles stretching. Feel your shoulders drawing down your back ribs. Walk your feet and legs together and grab a hold behind your legs or keep them outside your shins. Reset where you need to be. And we're going to roll all the way down with assistance, holding onto your legs. Remember, if something doesn't feel right throughout the class, make sure you take a break, okay? So we're going to be reaching nice long body, arms reaching overhead, legs reaching in the opposite direction. Deep breaths the whole time. If you find yourself holding your breath, just go immediately for an exhale. Here you're going to bend your knees and place your feet flat to the floor. Once again, legs hip width apart. That means your knees line up with your two front hip bones and your ankles line up with your knees. Or in the back of your body, think about your sitting bones and your heels and line your heels up with your sitting bones. Let's find our center. So the first thing is just to center your body and center your energy and your focus. Find that place where you feel even weight on both sides of your body. Wiggle your toes, lift your feet up and put them down. Just feel that connection, that rapport with the floor, as we say. Feel the soles of the feet into the floor. Feel the placement of your legs hip width apart. When you're in a true center, you want to make sure that you're not hanging to one side, leaning to one side, tipping to one side, or perhaps your feet are to one side of your body. So try to find that place that if you had a mirror overhead, you would see that you're in a straight, kind of straight line. So we have our shoulders, hips, knees, and ankles kind of all in line, this rectangle energy. And when you feel that you're centered and you have even weight on both sides of your body, just start to connect your breath. We want the arms long on the mat. Collarbones are wide open without pinching the shoulders back. The shoulders are in a neutral position on your back ribs. The neck is long with the chin in neutral. Lengthening out from the tail all the way out through the crown of your head. Once you're in that centered position, try to find that neutral position of your pelvis and your spine. So neutral means that we're not in this rear tilt where we're tucking our hips back and flexing into that lower back or that lumbar spine. And we're not in a forward tilt where we're extending beyond neutral or hyperextending that lumbar spine, or the rest of the spine for that matter. So find that place as you roll your pelvis forward and back a few times, side to side, where you believe you're in that neutral pelvis. Once again, scan your body from head to toe. Feel the soles of your feet. Feel even weight on both sides of the body. Feel your breath. With each inhale, you feel length, creating space between your vertebra and all your joints. With each exhale out through the mouth, you're going to feel a little bit more centered. Try to feel that energy, that place where you can draw your navel energy toward your spine, that Pilates scoop as we call it. With each exhale, we're feeling that belly draw in toward the spine and up toward the sternum. That's the abdominal current, in toward the spine and up toward the sternum. So we're trying to create that intra-abdominal connection here where we're flattening the belly toward the spine while maintaining the length in the back, not pushing down, not popping up, just trying to maintain that length of neutral, not beyond. Feel that breath, deep breathing. Check in with your shoulders, face, neck, and jaw. Here we'll reach the arms overhead without shrugging the shoulders, without lifting the waist off the mat. Don't allow the belly or the ribs to pop. And exhale, press those arms back down. Let's do that a few more times, just warming up through the shoulder joint. I want those arms to just simply pivot from the trunk. So try to move the arms. The objective here is just to lift and lower the arms while maintaining that stable, neutral spine. Arms are the movers here, nothing else is moving. Deep breaths, exhale here. Let's go 2 more. Inhale, reach the arms. Exhale, press them down. 1 more time, inhale. And exhale. Good, nice work. Okay, so we're in that neutral spine. The feet are parallel. Check in every now and then. Check, and recheck that you're maintaining your center and your center connection. We're going to lift this right foot off the floor, bringing the leg into a tabletop position. Now when you do this, you want to make sure you don't tip over to the left. Maintain your center. Use the left foot for balance here. Really use the left leg to help you stay stable and centered. Left to right, front to back, top to bottom. We're going to lock this knee joint here into this angle of bend, okay? So don't bend it or straighten it. Try to keep that lock. This movement's happening from the thigh. We did this the other day, something similar. Maintain your neutral, and here we go. We're going to lower and lift this leg. Try not to bend and straighten the knee. Keep this locked like you have something behind the knee. Down and up, that's 2. Make sure you stay connected here in the middle, 3. So the right leg is the mover. This is my right. It's going to look like my left to you. Make sure you know your right and left and you pay attention to what you're doing here. I'm going to say, 5 or 6. Let's go for 2 more. Somewhere between 7 and 8 because I lost count. Slow down. Make sure this leg is moving without moving your pelvis or any other part of your body. Hold it here for a breath. You want to feel that this leg is in the frame of your body. You don't want it to abduct or rotate outside the frame, okay? So we're going to do the same on the other side. Let's put this foot down, just warming up a little bit through the hips. Reconnect through the right foot and lift your lefts. And here we go. Lower, keep that lock in the knee joint, and lift. Anchor through your middle, anchor through your ribs, navel energy toward the spine, pelvis is neutral, shoulders are open. I'm going to say this is 5, so we'll do 3 more. Today we'll pretty much do anything between 4 and 8 reps, maybe 10 if we do side lying. Slow, keep that knee locked. All right, 1 more. Here we are, last one. Bring it up for a moment. Feel where it is in space and lower it back down. Deep breathing. Let's lift that waist off the mat and come right back into that neutral position using your abs. Keep your butt turned off. Here we're going to keep this neutral. Try not to pop your belly back or ribs. Lift the right foot, bring that leg to tabletop. Lift the left foot, bring that leg to tabletop. Both legs are tabletop. Let's squeeze them together and feel that center connection. Here, we're going to maintain that neutral as best as we can and tap the right foot down toward the floor. Now, if your foot goes here and this starts to happen, then just make that your range of motion, okay? So only as far down as you can go without bending the knee, lock the knee joint, and make sure you don't pop your belly back or ribs. So here we go. Right leg down, only as far as you can go without losing your center. And left, we're alternating. We're going to meet in the middle, stop in the middle. This is 2. And up in the middle. Keep that waist into that mat. Don't tuck back. Come on, really feel that corset-like energy. Try not to let your ribs pop. 3 and 3. Legs come together at the top. 4 and squeeze them. Together, breathe. Pull that belly in. Make that waist nice and tight. I'm going to say this is 6 coming up, and we'll finish this little rep, this little set with 6 here. Before we start to alternate, stay in neutral. Here we go. We're going to move them simultaneously. They're going to be perpetual movement, passing each other. Keep that inner thigh connection. Keep those ribs knitting together with each exhale. Tighten it up a little bit more. Keep that belly nice and tight. Deep breaths. We'll have 3, 2, deep breaths. 1. Keep them tight. Bring them in. Slowly bring them down. Stretch it out and reach overhead. So sometimes, well, a lot of times, my nose is a little itchy here. A lot of times, it's harder to keep the neutral spine while moving your arms and legs than it is when you're up in a chest curl. So anyway, we're going to do that little sequence in the chest curl. Take a break anytime you need to. We will take some breaks and stretches in between the movements, okay? All right, so here we go. First things first. Find that neutral spine once again in center. Bring the hands behind the head. Remember, the hands are not behind the head so that you could pull up on your head. The hands are there to support the weight of the head off the neck so that you could really give all the work over to your core, okay? Be sure to try to keep your neutral spine. Interlace the fingers. Bring the elbows up to see them in your peripheral vision. Use your abdominals and lift up into that chest curl or that chest lift. So from your abdominals, your head and shoulders are coming off the mat. Maintain that neutral pelvis, okay? Deep breaths. Now keep your hands here. If you can, for a moment, grab a hold behind your legs to give you that little extra lift, that little extra advantage, and pull that belly flat. Hands could be behind the head or here, wherever it feels best for you, okay? We're going to lift that right leg, and we'll go down with the right leg staying up in this chest curl, and lift. 2, again, remember, image is flipped, I believe, so it's going to look like my left leg. You do whichever one you want, just pay attention so that you switch. Let's say 2 more, that's, I don't know, maybe 6. Sorry, I'm trying to count better. Good, let's bring that foot down. Stay up in this curl, break if you need to, and then come right back into this. Check that that pelvis is neutral, and here we go. Left leg is lifted, it taps. Check your shoulders. That's 3. 4, 5. Keep your gaze at or above your knees. 6. Good, let's come down, take a break here. Arch the back off the mat. Check in with your neck, shoulders, roll your wrists and ankles, and come back to center. Find that neutral once again. Here we go. Hands behind the head or keep them alongside if that works better for you. Find your breath. Come on up into that chest curl. When you're there, grab a hold maybe to lift a little bit higher. Deep breaths. This time we lift right and left. Squeeze them together. Deep breathing. Right foot down. Keep the left leg from moving and bring the right back up to meet the left. They don't move together, okay? Left moves, left comes up. Don't move the right until you park the left leg. Check in with your chest curl. This is 2. Make sure that waist is pulling into the mat. 3, and lift. 3, and lift. 4, bring it up. 4, bring it up. 5, 5, stabilize that body. 6, get those shoulders up, belly flat. Now we're going to alternate. Don't get crazy. No rocking and rolling here. We're going to go right and left, right and left, right and left. Keep that degree of bend in the knee. It's not this. Don't be kicky, okay? Let's go. We're going to go 4 more. That's going to be closer to 8 on this. Ready? 3, 3, 2. Belly flat. Are you burning? You should be burning if you're doing this right. And all right, one more for a bonus. Good luck. Bring them together. Bring it down and rest. Remember, it's only easy if you're doing it wrong. And everything that I give you here, it's very easy to cheat on, okay? When we come up into a chest curl, we're not just doing this and just doing all kinds of stuff here. You got to be lifted. Think about lifting up to lift up when you're doing your chest curls, okay? All right, so from here, we're going to stay supine just for a few more things. We're going to walk the feet a little closer to the body here. Not all the way tucked up here to your sitting bones, but just enough so that when we come into our bridge, that our ankles line up underneath our knee. I don't want them tucked up back here where we're going to get a lot of hyperflexion. I don't want them too far out. That's a little hyperextension on those hamstrings where you'll get a real tough cramp there. Okay? So find your breath, deep breaths. And here we go. Set your feet hip width apart. Find your neutral spine. When you're ready, we're going to use the waist, tip the pelvis back, curl the hips under. Press into your feet, lift your hips, lift your waist, and lift your ribs. Come into this neutral shoulder bridge. Reset your feet so that you have a little bit of opening behind the knee. And you can really press into the feet. The feet are the things that are keeping your hips and your ribs lifted, not a grippy, thrusty butt. When you come up, try not to let all your body weight slide back here. Slide your body weight that way. Arms are pressing into the floor. Find this neutral and keep it here on this angle. We're going to lift the right foot. Now I want you to try not to drop over to the left side, okay? Remember, left and right, going to look different on the video here. Do your best. So I'm going to really anchor through my left foot so that when I lift my right leg, lock the bend in the knee, I don't drop. Press into that left foot and that left leg, and there's fire there already. We're going to lower this leg. 1, and lift. Try not to change the alignment of your spine. 2, keep your hips squared and lifted. Press into that left foot to keep it lifted. 4, what do you think, 8? 4 more. 3, 2, pull in, don't pop. Knit those ribs together. 1, bring it here. Place the foot down. Fix what needs to be fixed. I feel like I was tipping a little bit there. Can't really tell, but I might have been. Let's roll down and take a little break here, just in case that left hamstring is on overtime. It should have been. It might be burning. We're going to do the other leg. Ready? Inhale, exhale, reset what needs to be reset, and peel off. Use your abdominals. Try not to grip and push from your butt. Press up from your heels. Body weight in that direction. Arms are pressing into the mat. Shoulder base is wide. Collarbones are open. Reset what needs to be reset. Right leg on overtime. Left leg lifts. Bend the knee and lock that knee joint. Here we go. Down and up. 2. Keep it out of your neck. 3. Lots of fire in this right leg by pressing into the foot. 4 more. 3. Don't let this leg wobble. 2. Press into that right foot. And 1. Hold it up. Place the foot down. Roll back down through your spine. Keep your shoulders open wide. Watch your head and your neck on this. Deep breaths. Find neutral. Inhale, exhale. Fix what needs to be fixed. And peel back up. Now try not to rock the body here. We're going to do a real shift of energy from the standing leg. So the foot that remains on the floor, I refer to as the standing leg, okay? We're going to alternate. Of course, they're not going to both go up in the sky at the same time because then we're going to drop, right? So we're going to do right. It's going to be like a march. Keep that bend in the knee. Don't do this. Bend in the knee. The foot goes back down. Roll. Anchor through the heel. Feel the glutes turn on. Lift the left. Lower. Roll through the foot. Heel connects. Lift the right. Try not to shift your body weight. Try not to rock side to side. Try to stay as stable as possible. This is the third set. Up, point that foot. Square your hips, lower. Roll through the foot, anchor through the heel. Keep this lift. Check your head, neck, and shoulders, please. 4. Come on. This is 5. There's going to be some movement, but don't rock all over the place. Stabilize through that standing leg. Keep your hips lifted. Keep your ribs wrapped. Keep your spine long. Oh boy. Is that 5? I can't read the comments, so I'm going to say this is 6. Fix what you need to fix. 7. I see some comments up there. I just can't see them without my reading glasses from over here. 7. Fix it. Come on, breathe. Pull your belly in. Watch your neck. 8. Fire. Anybody on fire? Breathe. Both feet are down. Check all of this. Deep breathing. Roll down. Use your abdominals. Use that co-contraction of your flexors and extensors. Once you're in neutral, stretch it out. Oh, that felt good. I hope it felt good for you. All right, let's bend those knees in, grab a hold behind your legs, and just stretch those legs up. Flex and point the feet. Oh, that's good. Okay. So what we're going to do here is, I'm going to have a sip of water. We're going to do a little bit of classical stomach series moves. We're going to go for a single leg stretch, double leg stretch, double straight leg stretch, and what do I say? 4 of them. So I'm going to go through each one. We're going to do one, take a break, do the next one, take a break. Then we're going to go through all of them again without a break in between. Okay? So here we go. Let's get back into it. Find your breath, find your center. When you're ready, roll it down. Neutral spine. I think I'm in the frame. Can you see me? I hope so. Okay. So find your neutral. Once you're in neutral, go here. Is that good? I hope. Okay, wait. Let me just check. Ah. Hi, Teresa. That's great. Okay, so you guys can see me. Cool. Thank you so much. All right. Here we go. I'll talk to you all after. Okay, back to here. Deep breaths. Find neutral. Here we're going to come up into that chest curl once again. Flatten your belly. Keep your pelvis neutral. Right leg up, left leg up. Stabilize your body. Right leg comes in. Left leg reaches out. Keep those legs close together. Don't let them rotate out. That straightening leg, don't let that foot drop lower than the height of your face. Okay, here we go. Pull in. Whatever breath works for you, we switch. Legs pass close to each other. Body doesn't move. Shoulders down. That's it. Come on, reach and reach. Let's do 2 more sets, reps. 1 more rep or set. And come in, lower down. Let's keep the legs here so we can go right into double leg stretch. Deep breaths. Come on up into the chest curl. Try not to tuck your pelvis back. Flatten your belly. Arms reach where they're just in front of the ears. Don't let them drop all the way back there. You can rotate those legs to Pilates stance on the extension if you want. Don't pop or drop. Sweep the arms around, hug it back in. Look at your legs, not your hands. Reach arms, reach legs, flat belly. Really anchor through your waist and your ribs. 3, 4, 5. Don't look at your hands. Keep looking at your legs. This is 6. Bring it in. Lower down. We're going to keep the knees in. We're going to go for single straight leg stretch. Okay, so see how I'm coming down and taking a break in between each one of these? After we finish the next 2 exercises, we're going to go right through these 4 again, and maybe 4 reps of each. Okay, so here's single straight leg stretch. Come on up into that chest curl. Extend those legs to the sky. Try to get a 90-degree bend in the hip so the thighs are 90 to the trunk. Legs as straight as you can get them. Pelvis stays neutral. Grab anywhere you can on this right leg. Both legs are straight. Find your breath. Let's do a little 2 pulse here. Just stretch. Don't drop this leg too low. Pulse. Pulse. Don't bounce your body. Anchor. Pulse. Pulse. Stretch. Stretch. Keep those legs tight to each other. Really anchor. Keep the chest and shoulders lifted. Breathe. Unshrug. Let's go 3 more. 3. And switch. 2. Don't bounce. And switch. 1. And switch. Bring it in. Lower down. Let's bring the feet to the floor just so you can take a back arch. A nice counter stretch. We're going to do double straight leg stretch now. Pull it in, back to neutral. Deep breaths. Stabilize, and once you're there, this time we'll lift the legs first before we come into our chest curl. Maintain the connection here and extend the legs up to the ceiling once again. You can have Pilates stance turnout or neutral legs. It's up to you. Hands behind the head. Do not pull on the head. Lift from your waist. Anchor your middle. We're going to lower those legs down only to the point where you don't pop your belly back or ribs and you don't drop out of this curl. Anchor through your belly and slowly bring them up. Bring them, don't swing them. Control this. Stay anchored into your middle and pull them up slowly. That's 2. This is 3. Really pull that belly in. Try not to rock that body. Come on, dig a little deeper. Lift a little higher into that chest curl. Flatten your belly a little bit more. I'm going to say that's 4. Let's go. Don't move that pelvis. When those legs come up, Don't bring them up so far that your pelvis has to tuck back. One more. Lift it up and take it down. Stretch it out. Good. Okay, so we're going to do single leg stretch, double leg stretch, single straight leg stretch, double leg stretch. Those 4 exercises we just did, we're going to go 4 sets of each without coming down and taking a break, okay? And then we'll move on. Ready for it? Remember, the thing that you really have to focus on, or the main thing, is that centering and that control, okay? No bouncy, jumpy movements. Control, control, control. Pay attention to what needs to be stabilized and what is moving. So your trunk stays stable. Once we're up in that chest curl, it doesn't move unless you're fixing something. Here we go. Let's start by tabletopping the legs, squeeze them together. Come up into your chest curl. Right leg comes in, left leg goes out, and we switch. And 2, and switch. And 3, and switch. Come on, dig deep. Look forward, look at your legs. Good. Now double leg stretch. Legs together, arms reach. Don't let them go too far behind your head here. Keep those arms in front of your ears. Keep your belly flat. Don't look at your hands, look at your legs. This is 4. Single straight leg stretch, right leg up, left leg down, double pulse, double pulse. 2, keep looking forward. Look through that space between your legs, or look right down where that lowering foot goes. Let's have this last one as 4. Legs together, hands behind the head, lift a little higher, dig a little deeper, lower, don't swing, don't pop or drop. 2, belly tight, come on. 3, control this, control this, control this. Precise movement, pull through your belly. 1 more like that. Pull it up. Grab a hold behind your legs and roll it up to sit. How you doing? Come on to hands and knees, quadruped position, and just arch your back off that mat. Off that mat, I mean into back extension, spinal extension beyond neutral, and flex, and extend. 2 more times. 1 more time. Good. Okay, so for this next sequence, we're going to do a little quadruped work, and we're going to do some thigh stretch. So if you want to use those light weights that I mentioned in the beginning of class, feel free to grab them so they're nearby for when if you do want to use them. Okay, otherwise, we're going to come onto hands and knees. And as always, try to find that neutral spine. Let me tuck this shirt in here so I could have articulation of movement here. So hopefully you guys can see me. And you're going to set up your body the same way. Hands a little bit in front of the shoulders, a little wider than shoulder width apart. Wrap the shoulder blades around to the armpits, so turn those elbow points back, and keep the lift out of your skeleton. Find that neutral spine as best as you can. Square your shoulders with your hips. Find and maintain center, and you reach the right leg back. Try to find the place where you think your right heel is the height of your right butt cheek and your shoulder. Try to stay in line as best as you can here, okay? Fix what needs to be fixed. And we're going to just bend this knee and bend at the hip joint just until the knee touches the floor, down next to the other leg. And then we're going to reach it out, tap down, lift up. Bend, reach back, tap down, lift up. Now listen up, buttercups. Control, control, precision control. Okay, so don't go like this. When you're bending the knee in, don't lose your posture. Maintain the integrity of your spine. So we did 2 of those. Let's start from the top. Here we go. Keep your body weight centered. Bend, straighten, down and up. Bend, reach, 2. This is 3. This arm should be really light if you're in the right place. Try to keep these hips squared as you can. Come on. Let's do, I don't know, how many is that? I wish I could count better. Let's do 1 more. Belly tight. Stabilize that body. Bring it in. Open up those knees. Sit back for a child stretch. Nice little brief rest. All right, that's it. Come back up. Other side, you ready? Here we go. I'm lifting the leg that's closest to you, which is actually my left leg. All right, so do the other leg. If you already did your left, do your other left. Draw your abs in, shoulders in place, keep the integrity, and here we go. I'm gonna do the best I can to feel where my leg is in space. We're gonna bend, reach back, tap down, lift up. Try to maintain as much stabilization in your spine as possible. 3, 4, check in with your spine, shoulders, head and neck. 5. Let's do one more. Wait, I think this is going to be 7. So let's do an extra. I don't know. We did 6 or 8 or 7. One more. Bring it down. Take a rest. Stretch those arms back if you'd like. Nice. All right. Here we're going to go for thigh stretch. So here's where, if you want to use light weights, you can use them. I'm not going to use them. So we're going to find that neutral spine as best as you can. On your knees, high up. We call it Catholic style or dojo style because people in church, they go on the pew on their knees sometimes. So the key here is to make sure that you're not in a popped pelvis here, forward tilting or shrugging under. We take the tail and we tuck it just to neutral, okay? So from a straight line from the head to the heels. And the whole body, we want that straight line in the spine. So the whole body is going to go back from the knee flexion. So we reach, we go straight back and come straight back up, press the arms back, okay? So we don't arch to go back. We're not sitting down. That's a whole other exercise. Sometimes we add it to this sequence, but I don't think I'm going to today. So here, if you want the weights, one weight in each hand. Keep your shoulders down. Tuck your spine, tuck your tail to neutral. Neutralize that spine. Here we go. Thigh stretch back, look down, past your nose tip, come back, stop and center. Reach, that tail stays tucked into neutral. If you're doing this right, you're going to get burned right down the front of your thighs. If you feel it in your knees, you better stop if you can't get it out of your knees. It's not a big, huge movement for most of us. That's it, come on. Keep those ears in line. Earlobes stay in line over the center of your shoulders, right? Deep breaths, come on. Chest wide. All right, I think we want to add that seat. What do you think? You want to add that seat on the next one? Check it out. Here we go. Fire in those thighs. We go back. We sit, but keep your head back here over your sacrum. Go straight up and then forward. Lean back. Sit down back here. Stay back here. Straight up. Pull forward. Lean back. Keep this intact. Sit down. Straight up. Come forward. Let's do 2 more. Back. Sit down. Are you having fire here? Straight up, straight up. Come on, come on, come on. And center one more time. Lean back. Keep it intact. Sit down. Straight up while you're behind center. Back into center. Bring your hands to the floor. I'm going to turn around because of my space here. And come onto your belly. We're going to stretch those quads a little bit. So let's bring your feet close together. When you come onto your belly, tuck your butt under to neutral. Don't grip and push. Just pull from your waist. Engage your abdominals to protect your lower back in this extension beyond neutral. Have a nice wide placement of your elbows. So check this out. Don't be down here in your shoulders. And don't be pushing up. Stabilize. Let's bring one hand on top of the other. And we're going to take the forehead down to your hands for a moment, okay? I'm going to stay up here so I can talk to you. Now, we're going to take the left hand out. So this looks like my right leg, but it's my left. It's closest to you. I'm going to bend my left knee, grab a hold for my left foot. You can keep your forehead on your hand or just lift up a little. If you want a little more stretch through your spine, take that bottom arm out in front of you. And if you can, just press that foot into your hand and stretch up. Breathe. Draw your abs in. Don't push down into your hips to lift up. Keep this thigh tight to the other thigh. Lower down, bring that hand back, rest your head on your hand, and pull this heel towards your butt. Lift the thigh up. Squeeze it into the other leg. Don't let it rotate out or wander out. We did this standing the other day in stretch, right? Breathe. Beautiful. Let's switch sides. I'm going to keep my face this way so you can hear me. Grab a hold of the opposite foot. Stay here with your head and your upper body if you want. If you press the foot into the hand, if you want to go deeper, take that hand that's down on the floor and stretch it out in front of you. Lift up, pressing this foot into the hand to help you get that stretch. Lower down. Bring the heel toward the butt. Squeeze this thigh into the other thigh. Knees are touching. Press that right hip bone down into the floor. The hip bone of the bent knee. And release. Bring your feet together. Tail is tucked under to neutral. Forehead comes to the hands. Shoulders wrap around to the armpits. Keep your forehead on your hands. Press your elbow points gently into the floor. Now you could stay here, or you could just lift your head and chest up for a little extension in your spine. Keep your abs on overtime so you're not dipping into your pelvis and lower back, okay? Keep your pelvis tucked into that neutral position, or maybe just a little bit beyond into a slight rear tilt. But don't push it down, okay? Keep the feet nice and tight together. We're gonna lift that right foot, tap it down. Get out of your shoulders, keep your neck long. Elbow points press gently into the floor, whether you're up here or down here. 3. Lift that knee and part of the thigh to keep that right hip bone on the floor. 5. 6, we'll have 10 of these. Keep this leg really squeezed into the other leg. 8. 9. 10, pulse it up. 10, don't bounce, try not to move your body. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, keep your body long and lifted or long and down. And 1, bring it down and let's get right into the other leg. So anchor through that top of that foot, lift the left up and down. Try not to rock your hips, draw your belly in and up. Breathe. Keep your collarbones wide, whether you're up here or down here. Elbow points press into the mat. Shoulders are wrapped around to the armpits. Keep this thigh close to the other thigh. 4 more. Check, check, and recheck your shoulders, neck, jaw. Abs are engaged. Let's bring it up on this next one and pulse here. Draw your abs in. Press into that top of that right foot that's on the floor. 7, counting down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And release it. Let's get those forearms. Elbows under shoulders. Tuck your butt, lift your hips and your ribs at the same time. Walk your knees forward and wide. And sit back and rest. Okay, we have 2 more things to do. Come on up, facing, well, I'm facing you, so hopefully you're facing me. We're gonna come onto I'm down on my right side. So you just choose which side you're gonna be on, but my right side is down, my left side is up, even if it looks different, okay? So don't let the right and left confuse you. Be aware of where you're at. So I'm gonna have my right elbow underneath my right shoulder, and I'm going to stack my legs and try to find a line of energy. So I'm slightly on this incline, and that's okay, but I wanna have that place where my hips are stacked and in line with my shoulders, even though I'm on this kind of dippy incline. Here, it's extremely important to not drop into this shoulder, okay? Lift out of that shoulder and lift the bottom ribs, which is now my right ribs. Lift this bottom rib side of the ribs up, okay? And now, keeping my legs together, I'm just gonna bend this right knee so the foot is back. So my legs, my thighs are still parallel. My left foot remains on the floor, the instep of my foot. Can you guys see my foot there? I think so. Okay, so I'm gonna get my spine long from head to toe, and we're gonna lift up here. Once you come up, stabilize, lift this leg. Tap, lower. Now, you could keep this hand on the floor, bring it here, bring it here, bring it here, bring it in your nose, I don't know, whatever you want to do. Just keep your alignment, okay? Here we go. Lift, lift, down, don't sink. Up, up, down, down. Up, up, down, down. Up, don't sink, don't drop. Let's go for 3 more. Belly tight, come on. 2, I'm shaking a little, and 1. Hold here, pulse. 10, 9, this leg. 7, get out of your shoulders. 4, 3, 2, that was a bad count, right? Let's do 1 more. And come down. Good. Come on to all fours, or elbows, press back, stretch. Come on up. Before we go to the other side, we're gonna come onto hands and knees. Usual setup, hands a little forward of the shoulders and a little wider than shoulder width apart. Half plank or modified plank. Now you can keep your feet up or toe pads into the floor. Here's what we're gonna do. I'll show it to you first. Neutralize. It's a bend of the elbows, straighten the elbows, straighten the legs, lift up. So knees down, push up, here, high plank. Okay, that was a bad plank, I think. I felt it. Okay, so you ready? Here we go. Down, up, up, knees down, elbows bend. Straighten elbows, lift onto the toes. Down, down, up, up, down. Keep your belly tight. Down, check your shoulders. Don't lead with your head. No collapsing. Slow it down. You can always go slower than my cues, but don't go faster. Let's go. 2 more. Have no idea how many. 1 more. Breathe. And come to your knees. Beautiful. Let's come up. When you're ready, other side for that little forearm planky thing, okay? So here we go. Remember, important, don't drop here. Don't sink here. So you don't want to sink into your shoulders or your ribs. Lift the bottom ribs, stack your hips, use this hand here, here, or here, wherever you need it to be. Legs are stacked, and I'm gonna bend this bottom knee so my bottom foot's back, but my thighs are still parallel to each other, okay? Right foot on the floor, or the top leg on the floor. We lift the hips and the ribs, lift the leg. Lower the leg, lower the hips. Up, keep your waist tight the whole time. Down, down. Don't drop down into that shoulder. I lifted at the same time, sorry. Down and down. Lift hips, lift leg, lower body. Up, up, down, down, up, up, down. Last 2. Last 1. Good, now stay up here and pulse that leg. Lift out of your armpit, lift out of your ribs, tuck your tail to neutral. Pull your belly in. 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Come onto your hands and knees. Sit back and stretch. Alrighty. Let's come up onto your knees. Now, if you cannot be in a forward bend, please don't go there. You'll just come up carefully to stand or just stay seated. You're home, you do what you want. I can't see you. I wish I could. Okay, so here we go. We're gonna come up onto the fingertips as we press the toe pads into the floor. I'm gonna roll back, hips over my heels, knees up. I'm on the balls of my feet. Lift your chest up and try to unshrug your shoulders. Deep breaths. Lift through your heart center. Take a few deep breaths. Lift from the base of your ribs. Now here, I'm going to lift my hips just enough so I can press my heels down. Keep your knees bent and step out really wide. Now keep your knees bent, and from here, think about lifting your sitting bones up toward the sky. Try not to push from your knees to straighten your legs. Lift your toes up so that you're not pitching forward. Lift your toes a bit, not your whole foot. Ball of the foot stays on the floor. Toes are able to lift. We're pulling through the heels. Press the knees out a little bit, and think of tipping your sitting bones up toward the ceiling to stretch those legs and open them from the back. Bend the knees. Think that there are handles on your sitting bones and somebody's pulling them up and back. Reach and bend. 2 more like that. Relax the neck. Reach. Lift from the hips. Don't push from the knees or the quads. 1 more time. You should have some shakies here if you worked hard today with me. And last time here, bend the knees. Bring your hands to your thighs. Tuck your tail. Roll it up to stand. Try to stack tall. Find your center. Deep breaths. I'm going to turn to face you, and you just roll it out. What I always call the freestyle finish. Twist it out. Shake it all out. Take a nice deep breath. Inhale here. Fill it up. Exhale. Inhale again. Fill it up. Fill those lungs with air. Let it out. How you doing? I hope you feel good. I'm going to put my glasses on and just take a little peek. I'm going to look at everybody's comments later. I'm so excited that you joined me. I hope you worked out. Hope you had fun. And I hope that we're together in person really, really soon. So keep the faith. Stay long and strong. Message me. Stay in touch with us. Fitness Incentive. I love my whole family there. All of you. And let's see, today's Monday. So Wednesday I'm doing another Pilates mat at 11, and I'm doing a stretch on Friday, I think at 3:30. Check the schedule. We have awesome classes. I love you all. Peace out, beautiful people. Ciao. Mwah. Thank you so much.